This next show was one of the most legendary shows I have ever seen in my entire life. It was so good. And there was so many stories that come from this show. I remember, and I know you guys do, the Last of the Breed tour with Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, and Ray Price.
Ray Price,
August,
our man.
August 17th, 2007, Zoo Amphitheater. The presenting radio station was...
That's a good summer show for an outdoor amphitheater, too. I mean,
it was like,
sit there and get drunk and watch the sun go down and listen to Willie.
It was like the 45th anniversary or whatever for KXY being country and all of that. And so they promoted it. And it was the first seated show that I had seen at the zoo where there were actual seats, rows of seats up front. But we had this network, an ag network that sent ag reports to these AM radio stations in small town Oklahoma. Well, we promoted the show on that station, so we had done this promotion with, I can't remember what, like home and garden show or farm store or whatever,
Future Farmers,
like Orchland's or some store like that, where we were going to get these rocking chairs, front porch rocking chairs, signed by Willie, Merle, and Ray and give them away in their stores or whatever. So I had to sit there in the heat the whole time waiting for them to come sign these chairs.
Can you help me out?
Yeah. Wacky.
But I can tell you right now.
Got her done.
I can tell you right now.
Pootie was still the TM.
The weed they had on those buses were probably a very large amount.
Was that the show he got busted?
That was the tour he got busted on.
Not the show. The show
he got
was
busted
in Texas.
In Louisiana.
No, I'm talking about when he left the zoo and got pulled over.
No, that's the one where the runner drove him to Texas to the information turnoff, and the bus came later.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to do things like that.
Thanks, Governor Henry.
All I know is
sometimes you feel like a nigga.
Sometimes you don't.
You know, all I know is myself and Brad, we had a friend. His name's Frank Mull. He was Merle's tour manager. And the stories that he would tell about Willie, Ray, and Merle, the one I'll never forget was he was talking to us one day and he goes, you know who's got the most weed on the bus? And we're like,
Willie. It's got to be Willie.
Gotta be Willie.
Nope.
No. I go, what about Merle? Nope. He said, that dude over there, Ray Price. And he said one time we're rolling down the highway and they wanted Willie so bad. And he said, Ray just scoots on by every time. Smoke. His band members wouldn't even ride with him.
Nope, rode separately.
They rode separately. Matter of fact,
at the Buffalo Ride.
We had him, and they pulled up in a van. I was like, that's kind of weird. Nobody's on Ray's bus. And no shit, Ray was still driving this old Prevost bus, the kind that had the wing window up front. And I am not kidding you, man. It fucking looked like a chimney. That motherfucker.
Did he drive his own bus?
No, he had a bus driver.
I remember when Coe had a bus like that. He drove his own bus.
But nobody would ride with him.
We got some call stories.
Just a little too high, huh?
No, because they didn't want.
Listen,
they didn't. He said he smoked so much that their clothes, because they all wore those wool, sports. He goes, we come off the bus, man, and we recollect the high heaven, So, and you could his whole because again, Ray was on the verge of being gospel. What I mean? So his whole band, when they weren't playing for Ray, were church guys that were playing in church bands and stuff. And they're like, no.
If they got popped, that would be the end of that gravy train.
Yeah, man. They're like, no, we let Ray do his. And I'm telling you, man, Ray, I remember we had him and he come off that bus. He had this
the bright,
but his suit that he was wearing is about the color of his little chair, full head to toe blue velvet suit. I mean, he looked sharp. His eyes were like blood. I mean, super. It was like, dude, you are rad.
He's like,
Yeah.
Do I still look high?
Yeah. He was definitely a smoker.
What was your old saying? You're so high that they could blindfold you with dental floss.
That's it. That's it.
Hey, listen, no. But I've seen the man. We've done some amazing shows with the guy.
That was the first time I ever saw him. And just like you, that was the first time I found out that Ray Price had more weed than either one of them.
Yeah.
And his voice
is
holy
the
shit,
truly
dude.
you called him the Velvet Crooner, and he really was, man.